Alright guys, Birky here, and I'm here to showcase off the allegedly new update for what Team Fortress is going to be, which is otherwise known as the Robotic Boogaloo update, which if you didn't know, basically is a update that changes regular hats in TF2, such as, let's say, the Team Captain, Salty Dog, just everyday hats in the game, and it turns them into robotic style. And this isn't 100% confirmed by Valve. Like, basically none of the new update is confirmed of what it's going to be about, but I'm just going to give heavy speculation on what I think it is, and personally I actually think it will be. So this is the main website for the update itself, and it shows the guidelines for the obvious like hat submissions you can send in, because this was a community made update, I believe. Like, it started off by someone in the TF2 community, and it kind of just went from there, and there's a lot of cool hats that are actually been made. Like, the hot dog became like this really robotic looking hat that looks really cool, and that's obviously the Uklanka from the regular game. And then that's I believe that's a new one, the pirate robo hat. But there is an IMGUR, or I call it Imgur website, that actually has a lot of the pictures of the hats, which is right here. And for your convenience, I'll post or put the pictures in the video, just so that it's a lot better for you to see, so I don't have to be like, oh hey, look at this. Okay, no, none of that. I'm actually gonna save them to my desktop, and then yeah, you'll see it from there. So let's start with that right now. Alright, so before I go into this, I'd like to just start off by saying the only pictures I'm going to cover are the actual pictures that have like these little tags underneath them, because they look the most official. There are other ones on this page, just that this is the I'm going to use these as the most official pictures that are in the update, because they seem the most legitimate and the best made. So starting off here, we have what is known as MECHA, which obviously is a robotic version of the doctor, or the medic's bird, which is Archimedes. And I have to admit, if this is made by the community, it looks pretty damn good for being a community made item. There's a lot of pretty poopy ones, I'm not gonna lie, although the thought is there, don't get me wrong. It's just that this looks really just over the top. Like, this could be Valve quality, I'd say. It looks really cool. And it'd be actually really cool also if they actually made it move, kind of like, I'm not sure if Archimedes moves on the medic's shoulder, like if he has little animations or anything, but you know, I think it'd be really cool if they actually made him have a little like twitchy head or something, like he moves his wings, because it's got like little bolts there and stuff. So, you know, this is all just speculation, but I just really hope they do it, because it look really cool. And also, like, a lot of these items give a lot of like different class types that could go into the new MVM map that's allegedly coming with this update, which I'll cover after I'm done all the items. But for now, let's just move on to the next item. Alright, so here we are with the bolted Bombardier, which obviously is, I believe there's a Demo Man beard that's kind of like this. He's got a little pipe coming out with a white beard and stuff, but this is obviously a remake with like sheet metal and then a pipe, like a legitimate pipe coming out of his mouth, which I think is just amazing. And like, again, it could really create some cool enemies to fight in MVM, like maybe like a pirate sort of Demo Man enemy, which would be pretty sweet. Like a loose cannon, that'd be actually pretty jerkish. Imagine him just launching you back. That'd be not fun. But let's move on from this to the next one. Alright, so here it is, the Bunsen Brave. I have to say, this is the coolest looking hat out of all of them. I don't think there's a hat like this for the heavy. I'm not sure if there is or not, but this just looks so badass. Like, really, he's got like Bunsen burners on his head. Like, that just looks so cool. And if they actually like had little fire animations of them going like a little bit higher and a bit lower and stuff, that'd just be like incredible. Like, it just looks so cool for what the community could do. Like, it just looks amazing. I can't say that enough, I guess. Amazing, amazing, amazing. That's all I can say. Just beautiful. And let's move on to the next one. Alright, so here it is. This one, I don't know. It looks okay, I guess, but it's the bolted beret, which is obviously a remake of the beret for the spy, which I guess it kind of looks like the Bills hat a bit. I'm not sure if that's what they're going for, but I know there's a beret for the spy as well, so maybe they're trying to go for that. But Either way, I guess it looks okay compared to some of the stuff on here, so can't really complain all that much. New update, new stuff. Be happy. Alright, the next one is the Bolstered Balloon, which is a remake of some Halloween item. I don't really collect the Halloween items all that much because I don't really give a poop about them. But like this one, I guess it kind of looks cool. Like it's like a little balloon with some fire coming out the bottom of him, looking really metal and stuff. I don't really understand the concept behind it. I guess it's pretty sweet, I guess. You know, new items. You haven't got that in a while since like Christmas. So whatever it is, I'm happy with it. It looks pretty sweet, so I'm overall fine with it. Next is the Reboot Lagger, which, you know, play on words there. Reboot bootlegger. Ha ha ha, jokes are funny. But in all seriousness, this is just really sweet. Like, I guess his leg is supposed to be kind of like a little spring or something. I guess it makes sense, actually, quite a bit amount of sense. The Reboot Lagger is obviously play on words, like I said, and it's, again, it could make for that pirate I've been talking about, that pirate demo man enemy with like Persian Persuader. Dude, that thing would just, I'm sorry, that thing would just destroy you if it had like a charge and charge. Just keep charging at you constantly. Please Valve, please add this. This is cool, please add it. Alright, next is the Caper. I don't know how this is pronounced, but it's a remake of the Mafia hat for the Heavy, which I gotta say, it's not that creative. It kind of looks like the Robo hat for the Spy. It's cool. I hope they do add it because I like a lot of Heavy hats. Heavy is probably one of my favorite classes to play. So if they more Robo Heavy hats, the better, I guess. It looks pretty sweet. I will not lie, and I'll accept it even if it looks kind of like the Spy hat. Still pretty sweet, but you know, creativity is not always there all the time, I guess. Alright, next up for the Spy, and I think actually all classes of this hat is, but it's the Hacker's Lament, or Lamenent or something, I don't know how you pronounce that, but it is I guess, like a heavenly, like, angel ring around the Spy's head. It looks pretty cool, actually. I wish, if they actually do this, I hope they put neon on the top, because that'd just be, like, really, really, really cool, like, amazing. If it had a glowing effect. But then again, I guess if it was an unusual, it wouldn't look all that special. But, you know, it's still, the thought's there. I actually do like this hat a lot, and it looks pretty cool if, like, little spy bots ran around, stabbed you, and they had that little aura on their head. Be pretty silly if you ask me. Alright, next is the Soldier's Spark Plug, which is a remake of, like, the cigar he has. I think it's like the Soldier's Stoogie or something. And this is a creative one, I have to admit. It's kind of like a broken spark plug with actually sparks coming out of it, and it's got like smoke and stuff. And that I have to admit, this is one of the cooler ones on here. Even though if it's not that big and like noticeable, it's pretty sweet, and it definitely adds the effect of the whole Vietnam, like, American soldier sort of style going on here with like the metal helmet and stuff. Looks pretty sweet, I will not lie. Next is the Dangeresque 2.0 glasses. Obviously a remake of the Poker Night at the Inventory Dangeresque glasses that you get by defeating Strong Bad. And they do look pretty cool. They look kind of like a robotic, they definitely look like a robotic version of the other glasses, and I really can't go wrong with this one. If I were to get this in a crate, that would just make my day, because I love the regular Dangeresque glasses. And I have to say, these would probably be a bit more rare, a bit more valuable, and more value to me means, you know, it just makes me more happy. Could not go wrong with these. These are just real cool. Alright, next is actually a weapon for the Heavy, the Energy Bar, which is based off the Fish Cake Bar, or maybe the DeLocos Bar. I guess it's one of the two, because I know the Fish Cake Bar has a little whale on it, and I know this one has a robotic whale on it, so I guess there's a bit of a connection there. But as you can see, it's pretty cool. It's like a battery. Like, I could just imagine the Heavy eating a battery just in game, just sitting there. Friendly Heavy throws you a freaking battery. What are you gonna do? You're not just gonna not take it. That thing looks sweet. Like, come on, I'd be pretty happy with that too. Actually, it looks really cool. Even if I hope they actually have Stranges for it, because it'd be pretty sweet if there was a Strange Energy Bar. It just looks awesome. I love this update. Make it happen soon, Valve. Quick note here, also on another one, is the Heavy football helmet, which I have to say it could be very legit as well. It was actually in the trailer for the Robotic Boogaloo update, which is on YouTube. You can find it. And I have to admit, it does look pretty legitimate as well. I hope they add this one as well. I like all the paints. It looks pretty good, with especially the black. And the red looks pretty good as well. So I hope they add this, and that's that. Let's continue on. Next is the message header, which I have no idea what this hat's based off of. It looks cool. It kind of looks like an Ares hat, I guess, like the Greek god Ares. It's got the little boot on there with the wing, so I'm assuming it's something to do with him, but it's definitely one of the more obscure hats of this collection. Still cool, but it's like I have no idea where this one came from. I hope they still add it, because I love them hats, but I don't know, man. It just came out of the blur, like out of a back alley. It's just right there. Next is the hat of Untangled Wires and Rust, and this thing, I can't lie, this thing looks absolutely badass. Like, it looks so damn cool. It's got like red glowing eyes, like it's holding the bomb in his tentacles. Like, that's amazing. That's so cool. And like, I know I've been saying this a lot, but I hope they have like a little animation for him as well, kind of like the original one, where maybe he actually moves his tentacles, even though he's a robot. But still would be pretty cool. And this is a hat I'm hoping to get when I create my like 8 or something robo crates. It'd be pretty sweet, and I kind of want it. Not gonna lie. It's gonna be pretty valuable too, by the way. Next is the RAMLESS repository, which is, I guess, based off of that really corny looking cardboard soldier Halloween thing. It looks like the hat from the freaking what's that guy's name? Oh, damn it, what's his name? Sky Blue from that one music video. I don't know. I can't remember. It's like, what's your name? I'm Sky Blue. That guy. I don't know what he's from. Next is a badass hat, the Last Watt. Based off of the Last Breath, which is a hat for the pyro that you should give me, by the way, because I want one. You don't have to, by the way. I'm just saying, I really want one. This thing is, I could just see like a really big pyro wearing this thing, like a robo pyro being the boss. Oh man, this thing would be badass. Like, it looks so sweet, and it goes so well with the next item I'm about to show you, which is the LOLLI cog. It is a axe for the pyro, which looks absolutely just badass. It looks so cool. It's just a cog attached to a stick, and like, beating someone with this thing, it would just feel so damn good. It's like beating someone with the equalizer. Like, when you get a kill with the equalizer, you earned it. You just deserve that kill, because the equalizer is the shittiest thing I've seen in my life. But when you get a kill with it, if you get that random crit, oh, it feels damn good. And I can feel this thing is going to be the exact same weapon as well. Alright, up next is the GentleBot Service Medal, which is based off the UGC competitive medal. It looks pretty cool, I will not lie, but I'm kind of wondering how are we gonna get this item? Are we gonna maybe get it from like a like winning the new MVM map, which I'm gonna showcase at the end, by the way? And it looks okay. I kind of like the idea of it. It's like a little golden bolt, or not. I'm not sure the difference between the two. And then like it's kind of attached to a piece of metal. It looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Not sure what it's for, but still pretty sweet. To make quick note of, here is a hat that I also want really in it. It's like the medic hat. It looks pretty cool. It's kind of like a respiratory mask, and it looks really sweet on the Robo Medic over there. And I hope they add it as well, because it looked really cool, really badass as well. Like, really scary if you had to fight one of these guys. It looked pretty creepy. But add this valve. Next is Ye Old Baker Boy, or Baker Bot, which is based off of the Ye Old Baker Boy hat, which is pretty good, I guess. It's kind of one of those hats that I don't really care much for. It looks pretty cool, I guess, but I don't really care if I'll get this in a crate or not. It looks kind of cool. I'll probably just trade it away, though, because I don't really have much of a need for these sort of hats. They look kind of bland, you know what I mean? I like those crazy hats. Alright, next up is the Gray Anniversary Tin Hat, which is based off of the Manco Anniversary, like, paper hat or whatever it's called. I don't have one, but it looks kind of like this. Obviously, it's got like the little comic on there, and it's like all gray and stuff, so it looks pretty cool. I like the idea behind this one. I hope I can get one of these when I create when the update comes out, because it looks pretty cool, I will not lie. Alright, next is the Platinum Party Cone, which is based off of the I don't know what hat, whatever, But it looks pretty cool as well. It's kind of like, it doesn't have much going for it, but it looks pretty sweet for what the person could work with here. It's got like all the textures are all rusted and stuff. Looks really grainy. It looks pretty damn cool, I will not lie, and I'll be happy to get one of these if I ever do get one. Alright, next is one of my favorite ones on this list, the Pyrobotic Tote, which this thing, it looks absolutely badass, I'm not gonna lie. It's got a bomb in it, it's got like the pipe, it's got like an energy car battery you can see. And like, if you can imagine a pyro with like the lollipop and the freaking last watt wearing this thing, and like a giant boss, like that would be pretty sweet. I hope they have like in the new map they have like just one giant boss to fight, because that'd be really cool. Alright, next is the Respectless Robo Glove, which not really much to say about this. I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. It's like that pyro rubber glove hat, and it's just kind of like a engineer's arm. Looks kind of cool, kind of demented if you think about it. Like, you ripped that off an engineer's arm. Like, come on, buddy. Have some respect for the living, you know? You're a robot, buddy. Like, come on. Alright, next is the Bolty Dog, which looks pretty cool, I guess. It's based off the Salty Dog, like I mentioned at the very start of the video, and it looks like most stats. It looks pretty cool. It's got that whole effect going. I'll be pretty happy to get this one too. Alright, nearing the end here, we got the Soldered Stuntman, which is based off of the hat for the Soldier and demo, I think. It's kind of like it was for Sleeping Dogs promo, if I believe, and it looks pretty cool as well. Not gonna lie, I'd be pretty happy to get this one as well. It looks pretty sweet. Next is the Steel Shaco, which I don't really have much to say about. It looks pretty cool, like all the other ones, and yeah, it's cool. That's that. Alright, next is the Tribonorphorus Trojan. Whatever, I'm not even gonna try pronouncing that. But obviously it's like a little buddy on top of his head. There's only a few of these items that I've ever seen before. They're pretty cool, actually. And this one looks pretty nifty, actually, not gonna lie. Looks very detailed for how small the little guy is, so, you know, this is pretty cool item, I will not lie. Next is the Electric Escorter, which is based off the candle hat for the pyro, and this one looks pretty cool. It looks very like rustic and stuff, and I'm running out of stuff to say, like I said, so I'm just gonna move on. And finally, here is the Rust and Wear, which is probably one of the only hats for the whole engineer in this whole update, but I guess if you like playing engineer, there's a hat for you. Fun and games, right? Fun with the PHUN, fun. Alright, so after looking, I finally found the website that has all the winners of the MVM maps, which there are 3 here. First one being the winner, which is Isolation, which is a snow map, I guess, kind of based off of the one in the trailer. I'm not sure if it's exactly based off that, but I gotta admit, it looks pretty cool for being just a community-made MVM map. And secondly is Maelstrom, and it looks, I gotta admit, this is probably my favorite of all of them. It looks really cool. I like the whole grassland effect and how it's like in like the mountains and stuff. I gotta admit, I was hoping this one would win, but I guess, you know, can't always hope for what you want. And finally, the last one is Sludge, which is probably my least favorite, just because it's going to be really RAM intensive, and that's that. I guess I really can't say much else. It's going to be like raining and stuff, which I guess is going to be okay. But if you don't have a very good computer like mine, then it's gonna start lagging. But I guess if it's MVM, I'll play it. So I thank you guys for watching. This has been my sort of little update video for the Team Fortress new update, which is Robotic Boogaloo, and I am so excited for this. I'm going to be doing an unboxing video of all the crates I collect. Even if I collect like 20, I'll be uncrating all of them. And yeah, just see you guys later, I guess. I don't have much else to say. Just have a good day and see you guys later.